What do you say a woman is?
I believe that everyone can identify for themselves.
Okay. Do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Yes.
What do you say a woman is?
I believe that everyone can identify for themselves.
Okay. Do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Yes.
What do you say a woman is?
I believe that everyone can identify for themselves.
Do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Yes.
What do you say a woman is?
I believe that everyone can identify for themselves.
Okay. Do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Yes.
Any health care that they want and choose to have within their own community.
Avow says 60,000 abortions are performed in Texas each year. Their stance, it's health care.
If people decide that that's the right choice for them, then they need to be able to do that and access the care they need.
And I have watched women be hurt and even destroyed by abortion all of these years.
Whichever side of the debate you stand, the conversation is not going away anytime soon. Some anti-abortion advocates say Texas's abortion law, which effectively stops abortions from happening after 6 weeks, has somewhat prepared for a possible U.S. Supreme Court decision in a way that it has allowed more funding and resources to go to mothers who are going to follow through with having a pregnancy.
What do you say a woman is?
I believe that everyone can identify for themselves.
Do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Yes.
So they want you to believe that this woman believes a man can have an abortion, let alone be pregnant. Meanwhile, she studied philosophy and has a Juris Doctor, which would mean she's a very educated woman. She's also a leader of many different groups and organizations. But they want you to believe this nonsense. I'm going to give you a deeper insight on who this woman actually is and what agenda she's supporting, and the purpose for this video. See, the purpose wasn't for the obvious. The purpose was, in case you guys didn't know, for what I'm about to show you. Enjoy.
Care that they want and choose to have within their own community.
Avow says 60,000 abortions are performed in Texas each year. Their stance, it's health care.
If people decide that that's the right choice for them, then they need to be able to do that and access the care they need.
Some anti-abortion advocates say Texas's abortion law, which effectively stops abortions from happening after 6 weeks, has somewhat prepared for a possible U.S. Supreme Court decision in a way that it has allowed more funding and resources to go to mothers who are going to follow through with having a pregnancy.
any health care that they want and choose to have within their own community.
Avow says 60,000 abortions are performed in Texas each year. Their stance, it's health care.
If people decide that that's the right choice for them, then they need to be able to do that and access the care they need.
Did you miss the okey doke? How many times have we seen the okey doke? Avow Texas goes through Actblue. We all know what Actblue is. Black Lives Matter used it. It's a Democrat party with all the Democrat organizations. So when you click the donate button, it goes straight to Actblue, the Democrat Party, and everything the Democratic Party funds. All the movements are ran through Actblue. It's simply amazing how all these agendas are rolled together. But we're not surprised. I just want to make this video to show you how everything's all connected to the greater agenda. And this wasn't even the point of the video. I was just using this to show you guys what I'm about to show you next about the lawsuit in Texas and who's really, truly behind this, and also who this woman truly is fighting for. And she's not fighting for women's rights. She's fighting for, well, just take a look. Alright, so it's time to dive down this rabbit hole. Why could these companies be trying to sue the state of Texas for the heartbeat bill for the abortion ban? One of them will start with Alamo City Surgery Center, PLLC, Animals Women Reproductive Services. Now this is all these women health services are the plaintiffs against judges in Texas and officials in Texas. So what could be the reason for the lawsuits? Well, as you're about to see, here we go. Alamo Women's Reproductive Services. Free abortions they're giving away. Now these people are giving away free abortions. Nothing in this world for free. Okay, no hidden fees. We believe money should never be an obstacle of getting abortion care you need. Why would they do this for free? Nothing is for free. medical abortion pill. All right? Ultrasounds, free. Surgical abortion under 12 weeks. Over 12 weeks call for pricing. All right? Here we go. Free funding. As members of the National Abortion Federation, we can apply directly to them for a grant on your behalf. Well, who's the National Abortion Federation? It ain't hard to tell. Okay? Mackenzie Scott, Michael Bloomberg, among the biggest billionaire donors to abortion rights groups. Alright? Mackenzie Scott, the ex-wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, donated $275 million to Planned Parenthood. Alright? Anti-abortion movement. Alright? Who else is up in this list? Alright? The Buffetts. Alright? Warren Buffett. Fourth richest person in the U.S. Who else is in here? You can already guess. The Gates Foundation is also a big contributor to Planned Parenthood. Since its founding in 2000, the charity has given $81 million to the pro-choice organization. All right, most of that money went to Planned Parenthood International affiliates, according to the foundation's grants database. All right, so nothing in this world is for free. They're paying you. All right, every woman should have the right to decide whether and when to have a child. Come on, man. All right, so that's one company. All right, one company that is suing Texas. All right, it's getting grants from what you call it? Alright. It's getting grants from the National Abortion Federations. Alright. That's where the money is going. Alright. The largest donors of the group in the U.S. is Susan Thompson Buffett Foundation, poured $2 billion into the cause since 2000. All right. The foundation has given $650 million to Planned Parenthood National Organization and regional offices, as well as $136 million to the National Abortion Federations. All right. And what do we got here? The next one. Houston Women's Reproductive Services. All right. Let's go straight to it. Houston Women's Reproductive Services, abortion pill care, Houston, Texas. All right, abortion is still legal in Texas as long as you are early pregnancy. All right, go right to the bottom. Boom, another one, a professional member of the National Abortion Federation. All right, we all know these billionaires are funding this. Why? It's got nothing to do with rights. They don't give a fuck about you. What are they doing with these fetuses, right? People fall for the okie doke, thinking that they actually care about them. They don't give a fuck about them.
So clearly you could see the agenda at hand and who's involved. It's those who have interest into profiting off of aborted babies and fetuses. I'll give you this last example from this lawsuit so you can see and understand what type of agenda is going on.
What do you say a woman is?
I believe that everyone can identify for themselves.
Okay. Do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Yes.
Cisgender.
What do you say a woman is?
I believe that everyone can identify for themselves.
Okay. Do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Yes.
You ever wonder how these groups and social justice warriors gather so quickly? Here it is. It's these companies like this that empower these people to gather and to get funding. They're all in bed with each other. These women rights groups, abortion groups, Black Lives Matter, LGBT, climate change, all the United Nations agendas are all involved. The Democratic Party is the United Nations, is the agenda. And they use these groups and these people with these programs to hide all their dirty work. So it's more than making money off of fetuses and abortions. It's a lot more than that. It's to push forward these agendas through these social justice warriors, which is actuality the soul dyers, the ones I've been warning you about. They're building them all around. Everyaction is a software company that helps empower these people. It's a technology company that uses social media to target these people, these individuals. This is how they do it, guys. This is how they're able to pass information, pass donations, fund them, and mobilize them. They use these companies. They all work together, and they're easy targets. They're against us. They're against freedom, liberty, but they believe they're fighting for something. Most of these people are lost, don't know who they truly are. This is why they need all this support and social support, because of this very exact thing of not knowing who they truly are and how powerful they are and how they're being used and how they're being played. This is just an example of a rabbit hole that runs pretty deep.
What do you say a woman is?
I believe that everyone can identify for themselves.
Okay. Do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Yes.
Any health care that they want and choose to have, within their own community.
Avow says 60,000 abortions are performed in Texas each year. Their stance, it's health care.
If people decide that that's the right choice for them, then they need to be able to do that and access the care they need.
So what is the purpose of this video? What was I trying to say in this video? Well, the obvious. These companies that sued Texas and the court systems down there for Sb8, the heartbeat bill. Well, these companies are all Bill Gates companies, Michael Bloomberg, Amazon wife, and other billionaire psychopaths. There's a lot of money involved in here. And what that heartbeat bill does is it kills it. It kills their agenda for whatever they do with these babies. Also kills their programs into propagating women's health, women's rights, this whole LGBTQ movement, as well as other grassroots movements that stem from that, like BLM, climate change, gun rights activists, anti-gun rights activists, and many others. This is how they use these groups, these companies, these 501c3 nonprofit organizations, these other democratic geared technological companies used to mobilize these people. It runs very deep. The anti-men, the anti-man agenda, because believe me, there's one. The destruction of the man as we know it, because men are a weapon that they don't need around, because men can protect women and children. So they need to pussify them, convert them, make them think that, well, they can have babies, propagate the children in schools, and try to get away with all the sick, psychopathic, twisted stuff that they're trying to get in, right in front of your very eyes. They're even doing this in other events, slipping it in, putting it in the minds of the people to hate men. Is it working? No. Will they do it? Yes. Will some people fall for it? Absolutely.
Women that are getting pregnant. Trans men they have uteruses. I have a trans man child. Out of my 7 kids, half of them are in the rainbow. It's his right to choose. If his dysphoria is so bad that he can't handle a pregnancy, it is not my right or anybody else's right to make that choice for my child.
What about a man with the possibility of getting pregnant? Is that possible now that...
I believe in science, so if that's the route you take and you want to get pregnant, go for it. That is your choice. Emphasis on the choice.
There's kind of this new movement of like pregnant people that, people of all genders can carry a child. Do you believe that? Could you speak to that a little bit?
I believe that anyone who could carry a child should have the right to decide when, where, and with whom to have a child.
If you're going to ban abortions, then think about all the hanger abortions, all the unsafe things, all the more deaths and fatalities are going to happen because some f***ing dumbass patriarchy, 9 white men basically, decide that women don't have access to safe health care.
This is our choice. We have been fighting for this for 50 years. My mother was out here 50 years ago protesting it, and I'm here 50 years later doing the same thing again. It is our choice to do what we do. I have 7 children. Obviously, I know how to make a choice. I don't need a legislator to tell me what choice is right and wrong.
No man, no patriarchy, no government should be involved in our business. That is between you and your doctor. No matter what the decision is, if it was rape, if it was because accident, if it was because whatever the scenario is and you become pregnant and you don't want to have a child for whatever reason, if you're not financially stable, if you're not ready to, if it was unwanted, you should be able to have that conversation with your doctor and take care of it. Because no government and no man or no woman should have to have the say-so over what you do with your doctor, because abortion is health care. And everyone deserves to have access to safe health care.
Jesus, it's so scary, ain't it though? Verily, 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 it's all about the Christ, Son of Man, Son of the Virgin Mary, had a little lamb, little, the Virgin, Mary.
We've been talking to the family of 11-year-old Mia Cirillo, who was wounded in the 4th grade classroom. Mia wants the world to know what she saw, what she lived through. But Mia is so scared of men right now because of what happened. Is so scared of men right now because of what happened. Is so scared of men right now because of what happened. That she only feels comfortable speaking with women.
What do you say a woman is?
I believe that everyone can identify for themselves.
Okay. Do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Yes.